Please welcome the challenger and the current long-time Asian and Asia-Pacific featherweight title holder from Chonburi, Thailand, introducing the undefeated Chonlatan Piriapinho. And his opponent across the ring, the defending world champion, really needing no introduction, the world-sing superstar and national hero from Jakarta, Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the defending and undefeated WBA featherweight super champion of the world, introducing Chris the Dragon John.
Ya, sobat olahraga pecinta tinju di seluruh tanah air, pada kala itu publik Indonesia disuguhkan tontonan yang cukup menarik karena dua juara dunia tinju yang dimiliki Indonesia, The Dragon John dan Daud Yordan, ada di satu ring di hari yang sama. Pada kala itu 9 November 2012 mereka berdua bertarung di Singapura menghadapi petinju dari mancanegara untuk mempertahankan gelarnya masing-masing. Daud Yordan yang kala itu akan mempertaruhkan gelarnya dengan menghadapi Choi Sevenpure, petinju asal Mongolia. Kemudian Chris John akan mempertahankan sabuk juara WBA kelas bulu yang ke-48 kalinya dengan menghadapi penantangnya, petinju yang belum pernah terkalahkan asal Thailand, yaitu Chonlatan Piriapinho.
The WBA Super World Featherweight Championship at 126 pounds.
Ya, sebelum kita menyaksikan laga Daud Yordan, terlebih dahulu kami akan ajak Anda untuk melihat cuplikan pertarungan antara Chris John menghadapi penantangnya petinju asal Thailand.
Title fight, but again, with just about a minute gone here, these guys are just feeling each other out in the early going.
Ya, rekor lawan Chris John kali ini sungguh mengerikan, yaitu 44 kali menang. 27 diantaranya dimenangkan via KO dan belum pernah terkalahkan. Sedangkan Chris John dengan rekor kemenangan kala itu 45 kali, dengan 22 diantaranya dimenangkan via KO. 2 kali hasil imbang juga belum pernah terkalahkan.
Far in round number 1, Piriapinho hasn't opened up much. Think about this too, Mark. I mean, Pacquiao for the 4th time and he may have won.
Di ronde awal, Chris John bermain sangat agresif dan lebih banyak inisiatif untuk lebih dulu melancarkan serangan. Beberapa kali pukulan jab berhasil mendarat di wajah Piriapinho. Di sisi lain, petinju Thailand ini bermain lebih sabar. Dia memilih bertahan dengan sesekali 2 kali melepaskan counter.
Well, as you take a look at the replay from round number 2, you can see that, it's just all Chris John.
Beautiful jab, there it is, and then a right hand, and then that's the dragon punch.
Dominasi Chris John masih bertahan di ronde ketiga, dengan kombinasi pukulan yang beberapa kali berhasil membongkar pertahanan lawan. Namun Piriapinho ini tidak tinggal diam, karena lewat serangan baliknya dia berhasil juga mendaratkan pukulan.
And it's beautiful, watch this. Piriapinho trying to find an opening, and then he counters underneath. Oh, that was on the border. Underneath, over the top, backs up, underneath, uppercuts, left hooks. He's got it all. He is the masterclass, Chris John.
Yeah, when you talk about the masterclass, he's got the speed, he's got the power, he's got the...
Strategi serangan balik Piriapinho sejauh ini sangat efektif. Terlebih Chris John bermain terbuka dengan selalu menurunkan tangannya.
A lot of people from the United States to the Marina Bay Sands. Colonel, just between you and I.
Well, I look forward to it. We're in round number 4, and the gold trunks is Chonlatan Piriapinho from Thailand. He really hasn't been able to open up. He finally landed a hook. He lands another hook behind the right glove of Chris John. But you see...
Ya, jual beli pukulan terjadi di ronde keempat yang membuat pertarungan berjalan jauh lebih sengit. Chris John sempat lengah yang membuat serangkaian pukulan jab dan hook Piriapinho ini masuk telak.
Fight coming up for the IBF and WBA champion, although they took that belt off him last week against Anthony the Man Mundine. So a couple of big fights on a world scale, and we'd love to get Martinez, Sergio down there to Australia to perhaps get it on with the real deal, Danny Creel. Love to get your opinion on that another time. Chris John and Piriapinho in round 4 with 120.
Tapi Sinaga tak kehilangan agresivitasnya. Dia membalas melepaskan rentetan pukulan.
Can't see the blood.
Which, any common sense, perhaps it's not a real bad cut. Sometimes.
But the heads are coming together. But as you watch all this, it's just a nose.
Di ronde kelima kali ini menjadi milik pria Pinyu. Dia memanfaatkan permainan terbuka Chris John dan menyarangkan cukup banyak pukulan yang mendarat mulus ke lawannya.
And he has picked up the pace, but he's got to pick it up a lot more if he's going to score. Hard shots landed, a real ripping left hook to the head, and then there's a chopping dragon right hand again, they call it. Chris John really hitting this guy with some severe punches. 3 of them from clashing with heads, but their heads are going to come together.
Mayweather style, he can tuck in the chin there behind the shoulder as a form of his defense. Now he bangs away left underneath.
Chris John baru bisa bangkit menjelang ronde berakhir dengan sebuah hook kanannya yang masuk telak.
Hang on, just like Julian Turner of the Singapore Straight Time said he would, notorious slow starter, but I've seen some scoring punches. I'm not saying Chris John's not winning the round, but he's coming on strong.
Yeah, he certainly is. He's thawed out our body and get some punches in.
The problem, Julian, is that he's having trouble doing that because this guy, John, is so slick with these shots to the body, and then he's got a terrific jab that holds him off. And then you just saw how quick he was on his feet that time as John Lataran loaded up the right hand, and he makes him miss. I mean, these are slick things that only the very best fighters do.
Ya, Chris John kembali mendominasi di ronde ke-6. Belum kehilangan agresivitasnya dan tenaganya, Chris John kali ini berhasil merobek wajah lawannya lewat beberapa jab yang dia lancarkan. Pipi dan hidung pria Pinyu terlihat mengeluarkan darah.
John Lataran definitely came into that fight a little bit more.
Just don't know how much punishment because in the same round you spotted that he was rattled, the Taiwanese fighter.
Yeah, he was rattled at one stage, and that might be the difference. But mind you, he landed some real good shots to the head of Chris.
Memasuki ronde ke-7, Chris John sepertinya bakal menyudahi pertarungan karena di awal beberapa jab dan hook yang dia lepaskan masuk mulus ke sasaran.
Dropping right hand, a right uppercut, and then Julia Pignon trading left-right combination. John scores with the uppercut, goes to the body. There's the right hand, left hook right hand from the Taiwanese fighter. More action. Chris with the hands down, scores with the...
Namun petinju asal Thailand ternyata masih memberi perlawanan sengit. Kembali memanfaatkan serangan counter, dia membalikan keadaan dengan hook kiri yang menghantam mulus ke dagu Chris John.
Here's the action of the replay, and I'll take it through with you. That was a slip, and as the Colonel alluded to, his legs weren't fully there. I have no doubt for world.
Di ronde ke-8 hingga 11, Chris John masih dominan. Meski lawannya bermain tertutup, Chris John terus meladeni pertarungan jarak dekat dengan terus melepaskan pukulan kombinasi. Chris John dapat tekanan hebat kali ini di ronde terakhir. Dia sempat kena beberapa pukulan telak dari pria Pinyu dan membuatnya terhuyung nyaris terjatuh.
He can hurt the champ in the closing seconds of the fight, and he's going for the knockout, trying to get loose. He's a wild man right now. Chris John with a shot. Chris John can score.
Beruntung Chris John bisa bertahan di detik-detik terakhir hingga lonceng berbunyi.
The Thai fighter, what a finish to this fight. The Thai fighter went for it with about 40 seconds remaining in the fight, and he hurt Chris John, but John has just picked it up. I haven't got much more left, and I know the fighters don't have much more left. I'll tell you, a tremendous championship fight. The bell is about to sound, and the champion is going to retain his title. There it is.
Chris John pun akhirnya berhasil mempertahankan sabuk juara dunia kelas bulu badan tinju dunia WBA miliknya.
Chris the Dragon John.
Nah, seperti yang sudah kami janjikan di awal tadi, kita juga bakal melihat bagaimana kehebatan sang Cino atau sapaan Daud Yordan kala itu ketika menghadapi lawannya petinju asal Mongolia.
Alright, so we're set to go. A couple things I can tell you in terms of the tail of the tape.
Almost set for a start. Round 1 action from the Marina Bay Sands, and we are away. It is green for go. Suan Pro in the red, white and blue. Dow Jordan, the IBO featherweight champion, sporting away. It is.
Di ronde yang pertama, Dow Jordan dengan mengandalkan kecepatannya untuk langsung menghantam lawannya dengan berbagai kombinasi pukulan. Sedangkan Choi ini lebih memilih bertahan dengan mengandalkan double cover, namun sesekali ia juga melepaskan pukulan.
This is one he has to put in the bank.
Well, he's got everything going for him. He's got the nice jab, he's got the height, he's got the reach. But this kid, Suin Pro, is very, very tough. I know, again, like you said, he's 41 years of age, but he's just super tough. Never down, never off his feet.
Dengan sangat leluasanya, Dow Jordan ini terus masuk menekan lawan hingga terdengar lonceng tanda berakhir ronde pertama.
Suin Pro continues to come forward. He caught Jordan with a shot at the end of the round. McTavish had got a shot out to Cameron, so I get that done.
Happy birthday.
Well, you got enough shoutouts, good.
Di ronde yang kedua, pertarungan semakin memanas. Kedua petinju ini saling melepaskan pukulannya.
And in the black trunks, the big tall Dow Jordan. Jordan has done a great job with the jab. Now Suin Pro is getting into it. Look at this! A bear sixer in the middle of the ring. They're going head to head.
Dow Jordan dengan sangat meyakinkan terus aktif melancarkan serangan untuk menggempur Choi Sevonpura. Namun lawan juga bukannya diam. Choi juga mampu melayangkan pukulan-pukulan jab yang mendarat ke wajah Daud.
IBO featherweight king, his name is Dow Jordan, left-right combination, but he still comes forward, and a big punch from Suin Pro.
Suin Pro rolls up now, he's on the assault, he landed a couple of shots there. Jordan is in great physical shape, so he's able to gobble him up, but you can see how
Namun pukulan-pukulan tersebut seperti tidak berdampak bagi Dow Jordan, sang raja kelas bulu ini. Ya, di ronde yang ketiga bukannya menyurut, Dow Jordan semakin ganas, mengoyak lawannya dengan bogem-bogemnya.
Scoring punch, he backed him up, but again, Suin Pro, head down on the chest, marches forward, and still pressure fighting on Dow Jordan.
Yeah, the heavy punches, man. Julian Turner, how did you have that score?
I scored that one, another 10-9 to Dow Jordan, but it's quite clear even at this stage that Choi's not going to win.
Kemudian di ronde yang keempat dan kelima ini kedua petinju belum ada yang mengendur. Keduanya ini saling melepaskan pukulan kerasnya, namun Dow Jordan mampu menyulitkan lawan dengan aksi brutalnya memberondong sejumlah pukulan. Sesampainya di ronde yang keenam, Dow Jordan semakin menunjukkan tajinya. Hantamannya ini membuat petinju Mongolia sudah terlihat goyah. Namun Choi masih bisa membalasnya sehingga jual beli pukulan pun terjadi kembali.
That was a slip that time. His back foot get caught on that pain as we talked about. But look at Jordan just outboxing him here. I mean, he's almost punishing the guy, but the guy is so strong, the kid from Mongolia. He's shorter. He knows how to make himself shorter, but he's very dangerous because at any time he can land a wild shot. See a little...
The girls bring up round number 7. The dancers come to the
Di
camp.
ronde yang ketujuh, intensitas serangan kedua petinju bukannya menurun, malah semakin keras. Ya, keduanya saling berbalas pukul. Hingga semangatnya ketika Choi ini melepaskan pukulan keras, luput dari sasaran hingga menyebabkan terjatuhnya sendiri.
Suin Pro slipped on the logo. More action for you.
Di ronde ke-8 petinju Indonesia Dow Jordan terus menekan Choi, namun Choi juga terlalu sulit untuk ditaklukkan. Bahkan dia sempat merepotkan Dow Jordan di ronde ini.
He had a good few bursts in there. Dow seemed to ease off a little bit, but you know it's still anybody's fight. If Choi can get into this and land some big shots, then that'll certainly make things interesting down the stretch.
Replay action. There's a left hook and a right hook.
Di ronde yang ke-9 pertarungan kembali bertambah seru. Keduanya lagi-lagi harus bertukar pukulan hingga tenaga keduanya ini harus terkuras.
It's a compliment. I'm talking about Suin Pro.
Unbelievable courage, and I'd love to be able to fight like that at 41.
Ronde ke-9 ini belum ada yang menyerah.
Turner, ladies and gentlemen, expat Brit now based in Singapore, leading sports journalist for the Straight Times. How did you score round number 9?
Well, if we were scoring that round for toughness, I think we'd have to give it to Choi, but on boxing skills, I think that's another Dow round and down.
I I put down a 10-10 on that one because I think the judges might be split, but I certainly don't argue.
Di awal ronde ke-10, Daud Jordan terlihat menurunkan tempo serangannya dengan sedikit memberikan peluang Choi untuk menekan.
Bounce the head back of Suinpro. Suinpro tries to put the pressure on the champion. The champ with his back on the ropes, whacks him with the left hand, hits him with the right hand.
Namun setelah itu, Daud Jordan kembali melakukan serangan balasan.
Back on the jab, big wicked right hand, another right hand, belies the power. That time Suinpro has to go, but he marches off the ropes with left hand. Unbelievable. He just ate up Dow Jordan's power and came back.
Oh, look how close some of the rounds are. I think that Jordan is
During the progress of the round. Now, watch this. You simply do not stand up.
Lagi-lagi di ronde yang ke-11 petinju, Mongolia ini memberikan tekanan kepada Daud Jordan dengan melepaskan sejumlah pukulan. Kendati demikian, Daud Jordan pun juga membalasnya, dan di sisa tenaga yang ada, kedua petinju ini terus saling serang hingga di ronde yang ke-12.
If you're late in your career and you missed a few years for any reason, at this stage in your career it does become a factor because remember, over the course of a career...
Well, which way the action's going to turn when they turn over?
Well, you know, if my score 108 to 102, which would be very similar to yours, is true, then of course Suinpro needs a knockout, and he's gained this all the time, but he's really made this fight.
He certainly has, and Marina Bay Sands, as I mentioned earlier in the card, they said one thing, to bring us the best for a world destination where the Jew...
Nah, di ronde yang terakhir, Daud Jordan berhasil mendaratkan sejumlah pukulan telak ke arah Choi. Namun, Choi ini kembali masih terlalu sulit untuk ditaklukkan. Daud Jordan terus merengsek memojokkan lawan. Dan kembali, Choi Sevonpuri ini harus terjatuh dengan melepaskan pukulan yang tak terarah.
in the world, but this man, the Mongolian based out of London, comes straight back. There's another stick on the logo.
Di detik-detik akhir ronde, Daud Jordan ini kembali berhasil mendaratkan pukulan telak ke arah wajah Choi hingga terjajar mundur. Daud Jordan terus menggempurnya, namun akhirnya bel berbunyi, tanda berakhirnya pertarungan.
And a battle to the finish. That's it, it's all over. Jordan, I believe, has defended his world championship.
Duel berlangsung selama 12 ronde akhirnya harus diputuskan oleh penghitungan angka. Daud Jordan akhirnya sukses memenangkan pertarungan setelah ketiga hakim juri memberikan angka mutlak bagi petinju Indonesia Daud Jordan dengan skor 117-111, 119-110, dan 118-110.